Welcome to this week's episode of Sauced in the City late night comedy game show, where me and my funny friends are bringing fun and games to late night TV. This is a live show, so I am the only one in the room responsible for my own words. So if you have little ones in the room, hustle them to the left or grab a pair of earphones because here we go.
Are you ready?
Still the best part.
Oh my lord, what's
Oh
that?
no, what is that?
What
Oh,
was that?
I
Jeez.
do not know. Still the best part of our intro now that we got our eardrums all back. Oh boy, audio streamline, fix it. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. We have an action-packed episode for y'all tonight, as you can hear by that long howling noise that was just there. We have a studio packed with funny. So let's get right into it. One of the main questions that I use to make friends is, "Hi, where y'all from?" So let's meet our first contestant that kind of has it in his name, Mike from Delran. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Mike, and I'm from Delran, New Jersey. It's right outside the city limits, actually, of Philadelphia. I can look outside my window and see the skyline. So that's where I'm from.
Ooh, sounds exciting. All right, Mike, because I just met you like today. Tell me and the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond a little bit more about Mike from Delran.
I'm be 44 next month.
Whoop,
I'm
whoop.
married to a beautiful wife, 12 years. We have four kids, 20, 19, 6, and 4. So
Woo!
anytime we take them anywhere, we look like grandparents from Teen Mom. You know what I mean? It's messed up, man. It's messed up. But
Oh, I'm sure it is a picture that the world should see.
oh
All
yeah.
right, Mike, because you're brand new to the show, we get to ask you this very fun question, which is, what is your favorite game show or competition series?
My favorite game show was always Wheel of Fortune. I always felt like I could figure those words out way before anybody else. And because I was too dumb for Jeopardy, so Wheel of Fortune.
I just like Wheel of Fortune because I love Vanna White and her dresses. They were
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
I
I'm
actually thought I was a little bit going to the left one time. She had on an outfit, and I was like, oh, wait. That's a different episode. All right, Mike, are you ready to meet some more contestants?
I am. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, next up we have Josh Ramirez. Hi, Josh.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Because I just met you right now, tell me and the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond a little bit more about Josh Ramirez and where you're from. Boy, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, I'm from Worcester, Massachusetts. It's I'd say about 40 minutes away from Boston. Lived here pretty much almost my whole life. Been doing comedy for a long time. I actually run kind of it's kind of an open mic, but it's like a pre-booked kind of thing called the 20 spot. So we get 4 comics every 2 weeks to do 20 minutes each, and we actually get the next one tomorrow. I have partner named Natasha Hughes, another funny comedian. And yeah, we do it every 2 weeks. So we've been doing that for a while. So yeah, it's been fun. I have a son now, 2 months
Yeah.
old.
All right. Congratulations
Thank you. Thank you.
to never having another day of sleep in your entire life.
Yeah, I'm already feeling
Yay!
it.
Well, I'm sorry, Josh, welcome to the show. I get to ask every new comedian that crosses our stream, well, at least in this series, what is your favorite game show or competition series?
I would say Deal or No Deal. It's a pretty simple game to play, and every time I watch it, I feel like I can win it. Like I'd walk away, but like I don't get greedy. I'd walk away when I feel like I have a good amount of money.
Oh my God, I'd be the worst contestant ever because I'm walking away with 10,000. I'm like, ooh, I got two right. I'm out. Well, welcome to the show, Josh. Are you ready to meet some more contestants?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's meet him.
Okay, let's do it. Next up, we got Chris Moore. Hi, Chris.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing amazing. And thank you
Good.
for not running away after our hectic green room.
It's all good. I'm Chris Moore. I'm from Chicago, but I live in New York now. Been doing comedy for a long time. I'm a multi-award-winning comedy writer. I have a podcast, a weekly podcast that I do with a very talented guy named Carlos Garcia, who I think you met last week.
Yes.
I do all sorts of creative, fun stuff. Yeah, just along for the ride. Just like to have fun. I like
I
funny.
love it. You said the magic word, fun. And I love to have fun. So, question to you, what's your favorite or which game show do you think would be the most fun to be on?
You know, I'm gonna bring you back to Nickelodeon back in the day. I've always wanted to be on Double Dare with the slime. So that would
Yeah.
be number one in my book.
Oh my gosh, I think we are sister and mister from another mother and sister. Well, you know what I
Maybe.
mean. Anyway, love Double Dare. Love having you here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very
And it's
much.
you and the earphones. Okay, but that's all right. We're gonna work it out. Let's see if we can do something about that. Nobody hears that but me. Okay, there we go. All right. Next up, we have Ariel Casey. Hi,
Hello,
Ariel.
hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hi there. My name is Ariel Casey. I am outside of Washington, D.C. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, that's you. Okay, sorry, Chris Moore. Yep, you're the only one. But it's let me see if we can do something about that. Okay, hold on, Ariel.
Okay.
No. Is it Josh Ramirez? Maybe. Oh, there we go. Go ahead.
Okay. Take two.
Snap.
I'm Ariel Casey. I am outside of Washington, D.C. I've been doing comedy since 2021. But before that, I was a theater major at Suitland High School and then a theater major for a little bit at the University of Maryland in Baltimore.
Woo! Shake 'em, shake 'em. I love it. Look at you. This is top of the food chain. Okay. I get to ask you the same question. What is your favorite game show or competition series?
I had to think about it while everyone else was going, and I really have to say it's Family Feud.
Love Family Feud, but wait a minute. Steve Harvey edition or oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Please don't kill me.
Chris Anderson?
No.
Louis Anderson, yes.
Not of of Family Feud, it was like Dick Dog. Well, we'll ask some of the other castmates, but I love Family Feud, and you will feel some Family Feud vibes in this show. Are you ready to play some games and meet some more of the cast?
I most definitely am.
Hey, love it. Thank you for the feminine energy. Next up is Julius Fogel. Hi,
What up, what up,
Julius.
what up? Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fan flipping tastic.
Wonderful.
It's good to have you here. Thank you for donating the time. Tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond more about Julius Fogel.
I'm Julius Fogel, 53 years old. I live in Houston, Texas. I grew up in New York, retired Army, retired boxer. I've been doing comedy since 2015.
Woo!
I'm also an author, got a book called The Last Round
Okay.
that I produced in 2016. And I enjoy comedy. I actually started doing comedy after dealing with depression. So I actually started writing jokes at the same time, pretty much close to the same time. So I've been doing comedy now. I'm enjoying it and see where it goes.
Well, I'm so glad it saved your life so that you could be here with us tonight. Tell us your favorite game show or competition series.
I would probably say The Price is Right.
Now, I know these two. So Drew Carey or Bob Barker?
Bob Barker. Bob Barker was smooth.
Okay. Them suits was off the chain. Like for his time, he was dressed like P. Diddy for game shows. For
he was a pimp. He was a pimp.
For sure. Well, you will find some elements of that show here amongst us. And are you ready to meet some more of the cast?
Of course. Let's have some fun. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Next up, we got Joey Lee. Hi, Joey.
Hi. It was Richard Dawson. Okay.
There you go. I knew if I waited long enough, you would be there to have my back. Well, welcome to the show, Joey. What do you think about tonight's cast?
Oh, it's going to be exciting. Oh, this is a great cast. We got to meet them in the green room. They got a lot of cool stuff going on. By the way, I got something cool too to show you right now. People say you're always introducing yourself, and it takes a long time. So just do this from now on. Just hold this up. And that introduces you. The what? What does it say? Idiot? I don't know. But they said hold that up, and that will introduce you. I'm from Ohio. That means good morning in Japanese, by the way. Anyhow, useless trivia. But it's great to have everybody tonight. Thank you, Brenda, for loading up the room with some such talented people.
I know it's gonna be super fun. Are you ready to meet some more contestants?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, this is one you possibly know and looks familiar. Hi, Randy. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Brenda. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Let's go.
It is always good to have you, Randy, and I'm glad to have one of the best things out of Florida. Doesn't have much going for it these days, but you are a definite gem. So welcome to the show, and thank you.
I have something to share too. I got something to share. I got this can of canned air to clean my computer with. It's really cool. Just blows the dust right off. Crazy good.
We're going to work on timing. Are you ready to meet some more contestants, Randy?
I'm ready.
Okay. Last up, we have Malfunction Junction. Hi, Tony Klein. I don't care what you call you. You Tony to me. Hi, Tony.
Well, I mean, that's fine. The only reason it says Malfunction Junction is because I kept getting kicked out all the time, and I didn't think that little bar was like a fixed staple. I just too lazy to change it, so it's what it is. I want to say to Mr. Julius, appreciate your service. I saw your belts back there. I missed the green room in case anybody hasn't noticed.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, if not for people like you, man, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. I don't know whether to be grateful or apologize for that, but thank you nonetheless.
Appreciate it.
Aw, we just
Cool.
love our group. Even Josh, and hopefully his mic will get itself together. But welcome everybody to the show. You guys are a good looking cast. I think we lost Gigi. Hopefully she'll be back. Shout out to her. And while we take a second to see if that is going to happen, we're going to do the sponsor spotlight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Give out the sponsor spotlight, y'all.
Yeah.
Word.
And word. This is one of our very favorite segments where we get to highlight different faces, spaces, and places that we've hit along the way. And I am going to again look into my computer's video files. Because after October 25th, did y'all know they will no longer be servicing Windows 10? Just in case you hadn't heard it from your computer, I'm letting you know from mine. All right, let me just go down into the treasure trove. And yeah, we're going to pick episode 1, season 1, episode 12, top 3 moment. How to test their focus. Let's see what this one's all about. Are you ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Would you answer your phone during intimacy with your partner? Everybody who says yes, leave your cameras on at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. The Beast and Vicky, you guys are in the minority. Uh-oh. Okay, so
Go ahead, Vicky,
go
you
ahead.
answer this one.
Seriously.
You answer this one. Go ahead.
I'll do it
Tell
just
him
to
why.
fuck him up, just to, see if he can mentally stay where he needs to stay.
Hey, I love it. Like testing his mental stamina. Well, even though a good answer, still in the minority. So stick around, you guys may be able to work your way back in the game. And that was the sponsor spotlight. Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
about the sponsor spotlight, y'all.
Ooh. Yeah.
And
Sing it, baby.
shout out to Beast and Vicky and Dad Mentality out there serving it up for all the fathers across the internet. We miss you, having you on the show. Love what you're doing. We'll see you soon. All right, y'all. Off to our first game, but we've got to pick 2 contestants before we go on to play. But this is Blackout, so we will need 2 contestants. All right. Before we play that, we're going to play a game called Tap In. I told you guys about this game before the show. And this will be where everybody will turn their cameras off at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to ask the simplest basic question, and the first person to turn on their screen and yell tap in will win the chance to answer the question correctly and win a spot in tonight's battle. All right, everybody with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The question is, I'm going back to my childhood. What was the name of Mickey Mouse's girlfriend?
Tap in.
Chris Moore. Quick
Hell
on
yeah.
fingers. Woo! I'm blowing my buttons off over here. Okay.
I got that effect on ladies. What can I say? Just don't tell my husband.
We love it. All right. Give us the correct answer.
Minnie Mouse.
Yay! That is correct. The correct answer is Minnie Mouse. And so it will be Chris Moore And now we get to go and find you a competitor. All right, everybody, cameras off. Thinking back to my childhood, this is going to be a little story. Me and my sister, we had a bike that allowed us to go down the hill together. What kind of bike was that?
Tap in.
Tap in.
Joey Lee.
Aha! Twice
All
I got
right.
robbed.
All right,
It was
Joey.
a bike with a little ski on the front instead of a wheel.
Uh-oh. Wah, wah, wah. That is incorrect. All right. The next person I heard was who was the next person I heard? Did they turn their cameras off? Or was it Julius?
It's Malfunction Junction.
No. It was either Julius or somebody on this side of the screen, on his side of the screen. And I think what they did was oh, his phone is killing me. No, it had to be Julius because it was somebody on his side of the screen and everybody else is got their cameras off. So Julius, what kind of bike was it?
I don't know what I'm gonna say. Tricycle.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, now Malfunction Junction, you get a chance to steal the question. And let's see, what kind of bike was it?
A Tamden bike.
Yes! Da, 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 da. Indeed, it was a tandem bike. My grandmother bought one of these for us, and we went all the way down the hill. Josh got to get control of his camera. And it was always a really, really good time to go together. So it is going to be Malfunction Junction against Chris Moore. All right, you two.
I'm ready.
You're ready? All right. I'm thinking of a number in my head between 1 and 10 to decide who gets to go first. What number am I thinking of, Chris?
5.
All right, Malfunction Junction, what do you think?
9.
Malfunction Junction gets it right. It is 9 because it is April 9th today, and that is when we are doing the show. And that is a part or actually a benefit of knowing the producer a long time. You get to know how she thinks. All right, so who goes first, Malfunction Junction?
We'll let Chris go first.
Oh, I hear a definite challenge and call to the carpet. All right, Chris. Here is your first question. And remember, as I told you before, you get 1 point for every person that agrees with you, and you get 5 bonus points for everybody agreeing with you. But beware, if nobody agrees with you, that is what we call a blackout, and you will forfeit any additional questions and points. Do you understand?
I gotcha. I'm going to win this. I'm ready.
All right. Ooh, let's find you a juicy one right off
All
the
right.
bat. All right, here we go. Question. You're dating someone for a week and you catch them going through your phone. Are you going to continue dating them? Weigh in, y'all. What do you think, Chris?
Absolutely not. Red flag. Drop your button, run. Get out.
Ooh. He dropped the mic on that one. He said absolutely not. What if she was going through it looking for coupons?
Nope. No coupons on my phone. Just a lot of dirty stuff that you don't no business seeing.
All right, rest of the cast, you heard Chris. He says, no way are we continuing to date. So if you agree with him, leave your cameras on. If you disagree with him and you're saying, I've got nothing going on in my phone, you can look at it. I use it as a paperweight. Turn your cameras off at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. How do you think you did, Chris?
Well, I hope everyone here has self-esteem, but I don't know. It's my first time meeting everyone, so I really hope it's an agreement. We'll see.
Let's check it out. Boom, boom, boom. So only one person disagreed with you. So everybody else seems to be on the same page, even Josh Ramirez here.
Yeah.
So malfunction junction, camera on, and tell us what your answer is all about.
Well, I mean, like I don't really have anything to hide on my phone. But I get asked a lot, like what would I be doing without whoever, or what would I? The same thing I'm doing now, just a lot less porn. Just probably a lot faster too.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 6 points, Chris. Y'all give it up for Chris.
Yeah.
Doing the most. All right. Okay. So now, malfunction junction. It is time for your question. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Here we go. Question: Video games, lame or no shame? Hashtag weigh in, y'all. What do you think, Tony?
No shame. I grew up in the '90s, and you were hot shit if you had a game system. I did not have one. I just played everyone else's. I have there's like autism and all kind of things happening right now, man. Like no shame at all whatsoever.
No shame. I love it. I'm still over here playing Super Mario Kart from like 1990, but yeah, no shame at all. All right, rest of the cast, you heard what Tony had to say. No shame at all. If you have no shame with playing video games, leave your cameras on and show your no shame. Or if you like to play undercover and don't want nobody to know, cameras off at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, how do you think you did, Tony?
Well, I mean, I think the only people that may have turned their cameras off, and there's no offense to the military man, but he just seemed more disciplined than that, unless he's into first-person shooters. And I think Joey, he would go with me because his idol is voiced a bunch of characters in the video games too for Dragon Ball Z game. And see, Randy would get lost in them. I think he may not like them for the Alzheimer's, and the rest of the new people, I think I did all right.
Well, let's bring to the stream the first person you brought up, Julius Fogel. He says you seemed a bit serious for video games, but as you can see, Tony, his camera is on. So tell us about your answer.
I don't see no problem with it. I play games all the time. No, not all the time, not as much as I used to, but I mean, I just don't see anything wrong with it at all. I mean, I play with my kids sometimes. It don't matter. I'm a competitor though, so that's pretty much.
Okay, what's your favorite video game?
Say what?
What's your favorite video game?
I like games where you have to get to the end of something, like games like Hitman, some of the combat games. What's another one? One of Mafia. More games like that. I don't really play the sports games though, besides the boxing games.
Okay, I love it. I still like Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah.
All right, now Function Junction. You see, you got at least $1. So let's see how the board turned out. Da 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 da! Full stream turn. So that means you have $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7. I'm sorry, 7 points plus 5 because everybody turned on their stream. All right, Mike from Delran, I saw you were already with that. You were all down. Tell us about your answer.
I'm married with 4 kids. If I'm not playing video games, I'm drinking.
I love it. Josh Ramirez, your camera was on. So tell us about your answer.
Oh yeah, no, video games. I grew up playing Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, all the PlayStations. I'm actually, that's my old man moment. I haven't been keeping up. I'm like I play the old games. I'm not into like the new stuff. And you don't even know how many controllers I've broken. I've broken so many controllers from video game rage. So
I'm gonna
video
keep
games are
my
my thing.
controllers away from you. All right, your screen was on. Tell us about that.
I love Super Mario. I love it. I love video games. Why not? I feel like a kid again, you know? So, yeah,
I
of
totally,
course.
I'm in agreement. Like, no shame over here. So good to know there's other people out in the world, Chris. All right, Ariel, your camera was on, and on. Tell us about your answer.
Well, I'm a Wii Fit girl. So
I love it. Exercise, video game format. I was a big fan of Dance Dance Revolution. I think I lost at least 15 pounds off of that. I'm taking it. Oh, yeah.
I almost needed ankle surgery.
My
Oh,
ex-wife blew
no.
her knee out.
Oh, no. All right, Joey Lee, tell us about your answer.
I still have my Atari. Anybody remember them?
Yep. Yes.
And
Thanks,
my
thanks,
favorite game was Galaxian. But Atari had a button and a toggle switch.
That's it.
And that was it. Nowadays, you got to be like an airline pilot to be able to like play a game. There's so many buttons.
Well,
I
you're an
hate that.
engineer.
I would not. If you had said, "Do you hate the modern ones?" I would have said, "Yes, I hate that."
It's because you're
I
not on the
don't know how to
spectrum.
fly a plane. I don't know how to use a game. I
Well,
hate that.
there goes the engineering bucks. Okay, Randy Holton, tell us about your answer.
Well, back in the day, we must have put $1 million worth of Double Dragon, man, all day long. Another quarter, another quarter, another quarter, another quarter, another quarter, another quarter, another quarter. Double Dragon. Hey, ja, ja, die, finish him.
Mortal
My
Kombat.
favorite game was Miss Pac-Man because I only needed $1 to play like all day. I was great at that game. But my Achilles heel was Dungeons and Dragons. When you had to go left, right, up, down. I would mess it up every single time. All right, Chris, we are back to your, I believe this is the second question for you. And you
Correct.
got a little catching up to do.
I
So
know.
let's try to concentrate here. All right, here we go. Ooh, social media 911. Daffy Duck or Donald Duck? Hashtag weigh in, y'all. What say you, Chris? Daffy or Donald?
I gotta go Donald, old school.
Old school Donald Duck.
Old school
Okay.
Donald Duck.
And he did have all of the spin-offs. He had the
Yeah.
spin-offs,
Oh yeah,
right?
DuckTales and Huey, Dewey, and Louie and Scrooge McDuck. They're all like, you know, spin-offs
Donald
of
Duck
Donald Duck.
remake.
He's the original. Yeah, of course.
So Donald Duck is like the Eddie Murphy of comedy. I mean of cartoons. Like he played Uncle Scrooge, he played the Three Little Ducklings.
Mhm.
It was just another version of Donald Duck. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
and Daffy Duck had like some weird sexual tension with Elmer Fudd. I don't know. It wasn't really. It is what it is. Donald
that
Duck all the way.
over. Okay. Cass, you heard him. He says he's going old school with Donald Duck. If you agree with the old school and Disney and all that wonderful stuff, leave your cameras on. But if you disagree and think Daffy Duck was the shiznit, turn your cameras off at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So how do you think you did, Chris?
Well, not great with that reaction. Oh, okay. I don't think that
Well,
was. I don't think it's
mine
good.
is I like Daffy. I would have picked Daffy over Donald because like Daffy was always getting back at Elmer Fudd. Like he was like petty 500. So I would have went with Daffy, but I do like Donald, and he did have the spinoff. So money wise, I can see that happening, and that was a shocker to me that you picked Donald. So I don't know. How do you think you did?
I mean, I'm hoping I did okay, but I mean, it's up to the stars aligned. Let's see. Who knows?
Let's see. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh
Wah,
shit!
wah.
Womp
We got
Blackout.
womp.
a blackout with
Yikes.
the Daffy Duck.
Oof.
All right, let's start with Ariel Casey. Let's give it a woman's touch. Camera on, Ariel. Explain your answer.
It's two parts. One, because of the way Disney butchered The Little Mermaid, who has my hair color and my name, I'm against that organization, period, full stop. Second, shirt, no pants. Like, I respect Daffy, just full buff all day, every day, doesn't care. And again, level up on the pettiness.
I love it. Right on, Ariel. Julia's camera on. You stayed with the black, and you down with the Daffy Duck. Explain your answer.
I like Daffy better. Donald just seemed like he was a little too cheesy to me. You know what I mean? Daffy, like you say, he seemed petty. He seemed like he had a little thug in him. So that's why I rode with Daffy.
I agree with you because Donald, he was something was always being done to him, but he was always like, probably like the Democrats. He was always trying to play by the rule book that no longer existed. So Daffy is somebody that I think would be down to, be petty and get down in the dirt. So
Yeah, I go to war. I go to war with Daffy.
I agree. Joey Lee, camera on. Explain your answer.
Suffering succotash. Isn't that what he said? Suffering succotash.
That's Sylvester.
You know, he had the like thing going on between him and Bugs Bunny, whereas the other guy, who was like Minnie Mouse, or not Minnie Mouse, his
Donald
Daisy Duck. He had what? I mean, who cares about that relationship? But also, his greatest one was when he drank all the gasoline and he lit a match and exploded and went to heaven. And they're like, "Wow, you finally did a trick better than Bugs Bunny." And he says, "Well, the only problem is I can't do it more than once." Oh, that was so funny. Ah.
Malfunction junction, camera on. Tell us about your answer.
Oh, Joey, you're despicable, first off. And
What
secondly,
is it, suffering succotash?
no, it was you're despicable.
Oh,
Now,
sorry.
both of them were Nazi supporters. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I have to roll with Daffy because Donald's orange juice was fucking horrible.
Randy Holton, camera on. Explain your answer.
Come closer, so I can slap you.
My
Daffy.
favorite one was when he slapped his beak and his beak like went around on his head. Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
used to kill me.
You're despicable.
Oh my Jesus.
Daffy all day. He had attitude.
All right, Josh, camera on. Tell us about your answer.
Well, Daffy is the only one that played ball with Jordan, so I'm going with Daffy Duck.
You are
Oh,
correct about
yeah.
that. Space Jam, for real.
Got
All
about
right,
that.
Mike from Delran, camera on. Tell us about your answer.
Yeah, I feel like Donald Duck's a bitch, to be honest with you. I'll be honest. I didn't like Bugs Bunny, so I felt like if I was hanging out, me and Daffy would roll out on Bugs Bunny. He's an asshole. And Daffy's probably the first one, if I could think of anybody, that would probably curse.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, all great answers, but unfortunately, Chris, you know the rules. If no one agrees with you, yeah, that
Yeah.
is game over for you. But Malfunction, oh Lord, that's a long name. Malfunction Junction still gets to answer his third question. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Let's find you a good one. Ooh, eating good in the neighborhood. I must be hungry because here we go. All right, one has to go. Is it the chocolate goodness of brownies, the yummy cake mix and chocolate chips of chocolate chip cookies, or the yummy middle of the Oreo, or those hard ass Rice Krispie treats? Which one?
Well, considering all of them can be edibles, well, except the Oreos, I've got a fond memory of the Oreos, the whole learning how to eat them. I'd say the Toll House cookies have got to go. People just eat cookie dough all the time, and as much as I love cookie dough and want diabetes, it just that after a while, that shit's just disgusting.
All right. Well, if you like the Oreos and choose to keep the Oreos, leave your cameras on as you agree with Tony, and those can be an edible. I've seen it. Or if you disagree and you say get rid of the hard ass Rice Krispie treats or the brownies that'll cause diabetes or the chocolate chip cookies. Wait a minute, you said chocolate chip cookies, didn't you?
Yeah, cookie dough got to go.
Oh, cookie dough gotta go. My fault. If you agree with Tony and the chocolate chip cookies gotta go, and all the rest get to stay, Rice Krispie treats. Keep your cameras on. If you disagree, cameras off. Count to three.
Who hurt you?
1, 2, 3. Oh, how do you think we did?
Well, I'm just going to ask the entirety. Who hurt y'all? Like somebody made some shit with no love in it, and y'all got gravel for treats. So go ahead and show me what happened.
Oh, Ariel Sager Brute. All right, Ariel, you agree and you say cookie dough's gotta go.
I don't eat it anymore so much. But like, and I have younger coworkers who do bring in tubes and just take up space in the office fridge. So I might be a little resentful of it myself. I personally have a recipe for Rice Krispie treats that is crunchy but soft. So I think if it's done right, it is still worth keeping.
I always knew I loved you. I just didn't know why.
Okay, everybody, cameras on. That's one extra point for you, Malfunction Junction. So you guys give yourselves a hand for surviving round number 1. Next up, we have our You Say Trivia without Josh Ramirez's head. All right. You Say Trivia, an interactive comedy trivia game. This is when I will be paying attention to the comments because you out there tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond can help our cast get the answer correct by commenting. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and I will show your answers on the screen and you might can help them. Now, one of our two will be asked to give a question and 3 viable answers to the question. It'll be up to our cast to decide which answer is true. If the cast gets it correct, they win. Or I'm sorry, if the cast gets it correct, the contestant gets 0 points. If the cast gets it wrong, the contestant wins 5 points. Okay, Corey, because you are lagging, you are going to get to ask your trivia question first. Let us have it.
Who, me?
Yes, you're the only Chris we have.
Oh, trivia question. Oh, okay. So, this Bravo celebrity may or may not be my cousin, but most definitely was a former Miss USA.
Now give us 3 answers that
All
we
right.
can choose from.
So we've got Lisa Vanderpump. We've got Bethany Frankel. We have Kenya Moore.
Ooh, okay. Now, rest of the cast, you heard kind of the question, and all I know is he might be related to a Bravo celebrity. So give us the three answers one more time.
Yeah, Lisa Vanderpump. We've got Bethany Frankel and Kenya Moore.
Ooh, all good choices. All right, rest of the cast. This time it's up to you. You'll be given 30 seconds on the clock to come up with the correct answer. When you guys have reached a unanimous answer, everybody together, all of you will turn your cameras off and yell locked in. Okay? So,
Okay.
30 seconds on the clock. Let the conversations begin. Who do you think it is?
I want to say it's Vanderpump because of the emphasis he put at the end of the name.
I mean, he's Chris Moore. It's Kenya Moore.
You think it's Kenya Moore?
Yeah, I'm thinking Kenya Moore. Yeah, I'm
My
thinking
wife
Kenya Moore
makes me
too.
watch. If I want to get laid, my wife makes me watch that shit, and I agree with her.
Well,
I mean,
Kenya
that's
more African American or not?
Yeah,
You
she
can
is.
he said may or may not be related. There's a chance. I
mean,
mean, stranger
He
things
might
have
be
prevailed.
trying to throw us off though, so it might be Kenya Moore.
The may or may not related is why he said it, because the last names are the same.
yeah.
Once
I
again,
think it
this is not a
was.
subject I covered in school, so I will lock in on whatever y'all say. Decide.
I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's not an option.
I'll be back.
Are we locking on Kenya Moore?
We're locking up more.
All right.
I agree
Okay,
with that.
I think it's
I
probably the
agree with
middle
the
one,
pretty
but I'll
lady.
go with you guys. I think it's the Frankel.
Yeah.
Okay, lock it in. Lock it in. We got to get
10 seconds. Okay. Wow. All right. That took y'all all the 30 seconds, and it doesn't look like Julius was on board. So let's hear from you, Julius. Tell us what the group's answer was. Camera on. Tell us what the group camera on. Yep.
It was Kenya Moore.
Tell us what the group's answer was, and then tell us if you agree or did you think something else.
We went with Kenya Moore, but I'm thinking it was Lisa Vanderpump though.
Why? Why Lisa Vanderpump?
Just a hunch. 6 cents.
Okay. And all that military training that you had, I think your hunches are pretty good.
He stressed it every time he said it. He stressed it. He said it like pump. He was like really hard with the pump. So I don't know. I think that's what I said.
Okay. Joey Lee, camera on. You were thinking Frankel, Bethany Frankel. Why was that?
Well, I kind of had the opposite logic because he kept saying pump. That was like to get us to pick that. And then Moore is so obvious, it matches his name. It's kind of like, duh. And that was a trap. So the only one is Frankel.
Okay. I like your guys' way of thinking. All right, Chris, tell us what the answer is and give us a little backstory.
The answer is Kenya Moore. We're not related, so I thought that might throw it off a bit, but she was, indeed, Miss USA. She went on to compete for Miss Universe and got, I think, top 6. Beautiful, beautiful person. Right now is in the hot seat on Atlanta Housewives. So if you follow any of these shows, she's quite the shit stirrer, and I recommend following her. She's great television.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Twirl.
Yes.
Definitely. So they got it incorrect. As they
No, we got it correct.
We got it right. Those two other guys got it wrong.
We were wrong.
Okay, everybody else got it right, except for Joey and Julius. They went with different ones. My fault. Woo! You see how games get you. All right. So since the cast got it correct, your fate is in their hands. All right, rest of the cast, cameras on. You guys will decide whether Chris Moore will do 3 minutes of comedy or will he do 3 minutes of something else that you guys decide is funny and you think he should. 30 seconds on the clock to decide. Let the conversations begin.
I think we should make him do 3 minutes of silence.
Well,
I was
he's
laughing
kind
my
of
ass off
new,
at that.
and
I
we'll
don't know.
find out what he's got. Let's
That's
have
no
him do 3
fun.
minutes of comedy.
Baptism of fire.
3 minutes of singing "Row Row Your Boat."
Oh, we want to keep the audience.
3 minutes of comedy.
3 minutes of
I'm ready for
Let's
comedy.
see what he's
comedy.
got. He's got nothing,
Yeah,
then
now do the
we'll have him
comedy.
do
Yeah,
something
yeah,
later.
yeah. 3 minutes of comedy.
3 minutes of comedy. Lock
What are
it
we up
in.
against?
Lock it in. Do you agree?
Maybe he's gonna
Hopefully
make
you
stand
agree.
up.
Julian,
Yep.
He's stuck.
Lock it in. Turn your camera off.
Or put your finger over it. There we go. All right,
Okay.
Chris. It seems that your cast decided that they want to hear what you got. So 3 minutes on the clock, and it does not have to be jokes, but please God, let it be funny. Let's go.
All right, so I'm always interested in people who are dating and what their non-negotiables are. I've been off the dating scene for a while, so like sometimes people don't like to date someone who's a smoker or their political preference. When I was younger, I didn't want to date anyone that did drugs. But then as you get older, you're like, well, what kind of drugs is you're desperate, you know? And so I think one thing for me that's unwavering, it sounds funny, but like when I was younger, I couldn't get down with single ply toilet paper. I think a couple of things. I think no one invests in that. So if you have single ply toilet paper at your house, you probably stole it from a utility closet at your job. So you're a thief. That's one. And then I also think you have low self-esteem. So I think you steal things and then you don't love yourself. And if I'm drunk enough to let anything tear up my asshole, let me tell you what it's not going to be. It's going to be single ply fucking toilet paper. So as you can probably guess, yes, I'm a gay person. Surprise, surprise. Sorry, ladies. And I went home recently and I asked my mom, I said, when did you know I was gay? And she said, you know, as your mom, I always knew. I said, but how? How did you know? And she said, baby, to be honest, you always just kind of look gay to me. Which is fine. That's fine. I was scared to come out to my dad because he's a guy's guy, but then one time I saw him like the icing off of a toaster strudel, so I was like, okay, he gets it, you know. And then his sister was really mean to me at Thanksgiving one year. She told me my lifestyle was an abomination, but she tries to pass off lawn chairs as like living room furniture. So like, who's the real sinner? You know what I mean? And then it is what it is. That's the Catholic side of my family. The other side of my family is Jewish. So half my family is Jewish, other side is Catholic. So half my family is successful and the other half is just Catholic, you know. And I went to church with my Catholic grandma growing up. And one time we're walking down the stairs, leaving the church, and I hocked a loogie and the wind blew it back in my face. And my grandma said, God did that. She said, God is not like little boys that spit. So I've been swallowing for like 20 years and God doesn't like that either. So damned if you do, damned if you don't. I can't win. It is what it is. There you go. That's my 3 minutes.
Oh my dear Jesus. I've never learned quite so much in one setting. Great stuff, Chris Moore. Let's get some conversation and comments from your cast. Ariel, what did you think of the 3 minutes?
Oh, I thought they were delightful. And I can understand from your mom, because we just know, like, you guys grow inside of us. So, like, your cells are our cells and your blood is our blood. We just know. You can't really hide anything from us.
We
True.
just know. Mike from Delran, camera on. What did you think of that 3 minutes?
Yeah, that was pretty good, man. Your mom saying you just always looked gay. It made me laugh. And you never know about your dad too, because toaster strudels are gay. So I mean, good for you, bro. Good job.
Oh, Julius Fogel, camera on. What did you think about Chris Moore and the 3 minutes?
I think it was pretty good, very informative, funny, witty. He talked about himself and kind of gave you introduction to who he is and what is and I enjoyed it. It's pretty good.
I enjoyed it too. Joey Lee, what did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. I also, I didn't, Mr. Clean didn't have to come in. That was great. Um, he talked about a world-shaking topic, which was interesting. Single-ply toilet paper, which is on everybody's mind. Not really, but anyways. Also, I think it's the glasses that might make you look gay. Anyhow, okay. Next. Also, oh wait!
Randy.
I'm not done yet. I have my
Oh, oh
closer.
yeah. Yeah, you're done.
You're
It's
done.
Randy,
cooked.
what did you think?
Well, I didn't know single ply toilet paper was a character reference. I don't steal it, but I do buy it because I'm a cheap bastard. So sorry about that.
Leave it up to Randy to buy single ply toilet paper. Okay. The more you know. Malfunction Junction. What did you think about those 3 minutes?
I thought it was hilarious, the whole looking gay thing. I mean, it's not like it's Down syndrome, like an extra chromosome or some shit, but I get it. You might look at some kids and just know they're going to be felons. I've got cousins like that. You know what I mean? It's like, that was fucking hilarious.
All right, Chris Moore. Very good stuff. Tell the people
Thank you, guys.
tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond if they want to find some more of your witty comedy. Where can they find you?
I'm normally every week you can tune into a new episode of the Frat Chat podcast on the Belief Network. Also, I perform a lot at New York Comedy Club.
Right on.
Stand Up New York in New York City. And yeah, you can follow me on chris.moore.comedy on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, funny stuff. You guys are hilarious, really great cast. And now it is time for our next segment, which is called the 3 minutes sit the fuck down chair interview. This is dynamic and funny interviews from our funny friends. And I have pre-selected an interviewer for this part. His name is Randy Holton, and he has so graciously accepted the mission to pick one of our comedic cast for a 3-minute interview. So this should be good. All right, Randy. Hi, welcome back.
So I know who. Yes.
Okay. Well, the additional answer would have been like, yeah, thanks, Brenda. Great to be back. But that's okay. We'll work on it.
Yes, Brenda. It's good to be back.
Okay. All right. So you know who. Did you give it a lot of thought?
A little bit. I mean, we have some interesting characters on the show tonight, so I like that part. Made it a little more difficult to pick somebody.
Okay. Well, who did you pick and why?
Julian, boxer, soldier, writer, comedian.
Julius.
Ooh.
Julius.
Okay. Well, Julius
Yeah.
Ogle is a great choice. And welcome to the stream, Julius. I am going to ask you one question that comes across my timeline. You will give the answer, and then for the next 3 minutes, it will be up to Randy Holton to get to the deep dive of the dig down. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. Our first question and only question. I got a deep question, y'all. If you turned your phone off for a week and didn't contact anyone, who would come looking for you? And shout out to Michelle Benson for this question. I kind of stole it off of her page. Love you. All right, Julius, what do you think?
I would say my brother.
Okay. Why? Why him out of everybody?
Out of everybody, He would be the one that would come cook for me. My wife wouldn't probably. She'd probably be like, "Hey, I ain't worried about his ass." It'd probably be my brother.
Until all the bills come in, and then she gonna want to know where you at.
Yeah. Probably my
Okay,
brother.
so your brother. Okay, are you guys very close?
Yeah, we real tight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he moved back to Houston about 3 years ago. So he's about 2 years ago. So he was living in Oklahoma. So he's back here in Houston now. And we tight.
I love it. Okay. I'm tight with my sister too. So I love someone who loves their siblings. All right, Randy, 3 minutes are on the clock and it's all on you.
All right, let's see. Soldier. Have you ever run away from the battle?
No.
So you run into the battle.
Yep.
Were there bullets flying past you?
Nope.
No bullets?
No bullets.
What battle were you in?
Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm in the Middle East. We was over there for about 7.5 months. They really didn't get anything off the ground but the Scud missiles, which a couple of them got close to our area, but we mainly did a lot of patrol duty and stuff like that.
What was your job?
14 Sierra, which is air defense artillery. So we shoot down low flying altitude aircraft.
Oh, sounds like serious business.
Yeah, but like I said, the Air Force wasn't really, they really have an Air Force. So, pretty much didn't get too much action, except for maybe the Scuds, and they had a couple other missiles that they shot.
Well, the Scuds were like bottle rockets, weren't they?
Yeah, pretty much just bombs. That
So
they really don't have good control on how they aim them either. They might even blow themselves up when they shoot them.
I'm interested. You said depression brought you to comedy. So you were going to kill yourself, and you said, "Hold the phone. I'm going to go in front of people and tell jokes."
After dealing with a psychologist, mental health specialist for about 6 years, and dealing with that depression. I had different bouts with depression. One was when my mother passed, and then one was later on as end of my boxing career and my military career. But then, I just want, nothing I've really done in my life is something I plan to do for a long time. Like even joining the Army is like a sporadic decision one day. Starting the box was like a challenge, then I started doing stand-up and writing books. So now I'm doing it's just, I don't, it just comes to me. I get an idea and I run with it.
How many fights did you lose?
As an amateur, I was about 165-32, and as a pro, I was 16-10. I hung around a little too long, man. Like a lot of boxers do. I stuck around past my expiration date. You know what I'm saying? And when I fought Sergey Krushakovalev as a pro, and I'm gonna tell you, that's when I knew it was time to start looking for another occupation, because when you start making regular appearances in other boxes, highlight reels, it's knockout highlight reels, it's time to start looking for something else to do.
So you're catching punches with your face?
That's it. You don't want to be doing that. So,
this is true.
I had to get out of there.
This is true. How long were you in the military?
20 years and 10 days, and retired in 2010.
Shazam. That was the Air Force?
Oh, no, Army.
Oh, Army. Yeah. Well, thanks for your service. That was good.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
I was in the National Guard for 6 years.
Oh, okay. Hey, you did some service. Thank you for your service.
All we did is sit around and drink beer. We didn't do anything else.
Well, I know they don't do too much unless they deploy it. What the hell is that?
We're out of time.
Okay, I was like, all right.
Well, yes, we have come to the end of the interview. We should make them longer, but that would just make the show longer. However, Julius, like Randy, thank you for your service, and tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond, if they want to catch more of your stories and your funny, where can they find you and your book?
The book is available on Amazon. It's called The Last Round. Also, when I have shows, I post them on my social media, Julius Fogel, Julius Fogle on Facebook and Instagram. And that's pretty much it. I'm working on another book right now. I'm gonna put that information out whenever it's ready, but I don't want to talk too much about it right now until it's closer to being finished.
Well, okay. Thank you for being a part of the Sit the Fuck Down 3-minute interview. I
Thanks
think
for
we
having me.
found you are so welcome. I think we found out some really cool stuff about you, like we do all of our comedians that happen to end up in our hot seat. And yeah, you guys out there, go out there and get the book. It sounds like it's an interesting one. All right, so let's get on to our next segment, which is called da, 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 try it or trash it. And this is where we put awesome food combinations in front of our comedic cast and we see if they can get people to try it for them. So, as I mentioned before, we have two contestants in the game. We have Malfunction Junction, who is got a lot of points, and Chris Moore is falling behind. So, you are going to get to be our very first vendor of our awesome items. Okay, so here's your chance to earn some more points. You'll get 1 point for every person you can convince to try whatever the goodie is that I place on the screen. You will get 5 points if you convince everybody to try it. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So I was looking on Google today and I was like, all right, well, there's some pretty good stuff here. So let's start you out with this one. It's a pretty easy mix. It's Lay's potato chips and ketchup. Would you try it or trash it?
I try it. I'll try anything once. That's why I'm gay. Heyo.
Boom, boom, ching. All right.
Um,
So give your fellow customers a sales pitch on the item and try to convince them. Hopefully, they will try it along with you.
Well, I would say you got your basic food groups. You got potatoes and tomatoes. So, if you are in the winter funk and you need a good nostalgic feeling of a barbecue, then why not crack open a bag of potato chips and dip it in some very healthy ketchup? And hell, if it does, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So if you hate it, then good for you.
There you go. And I would say it like this: Chris needs some points to catch up. So get what I did there.
Yeah.
And it's basically like French fries and ketchup. Like you would
Yeah.
eat it as a potato and ketchup. So I can see it. All right, everybody, cast. If you would try this along with Chris to help him get some points, cameras on. And if there's no way in Hades that you're going to be putting this down, go ahead and turn your cameras off at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, okay. All right, Chris, do you think you earned some points?
Honestly, I thought I had it in the bag with Donald Duck. So I don't fucking know. I mean, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, yes, let's see. Da, 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 da. Full screen light up. So that
All
means
right.
you earned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points because on the last game. So you got a free point because Mr. Garcia didn't make it. So 7 points plus the bonus of 5 points because everybody seemed to agree. And let's talk to folks. All right, Mike from Delran, you're definitely trying the Lay's and ketchup.
Yeah, I mean it's a French fry, just flat.
That's what I was thinking
I would be
too.
disturbed if anybody on here said they would not eat that or they haven't eaten that. You're probably a serial killer.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, Ariel, you're down with the chips and ketchup, eh?
I'm down with the chips and ketchup because I would have some control over the ratio of flavor. I've seen that some companies make ketchup flavored chips, and that I wouldn't do.
I am so with you. We actually sell them, and I was like, "Who eats these things?" But they're
I
one
do.
of our hottest sellers, so I know. Who knew? All right, Julius, what say you?
I'm definitely gonna try that. It's basically nothing but a French fry, and I mean I've ate MREs, so if you can deal with some MREs for 9 months in the Middle East, you can deal with anything.
I've heard about those MREs, and we're sorry.
Yeah,
We're going to try to pump some more money into the military, see if we can fix that.
yeah, them things is bad. They clog you up too.
Oh, Lord. Joey Lee, tell us about your answer.
Well, I agree with Chris, except on one point. You know, tomatoes. It's kind of like you, Chris. Tomatoes are not vegetables; they're really fruits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, play on words. Ah, hope I didn't offend you.
Randy Holton, tell us about your answer. I'm just now getting that joke. That's what the funny part is. All right, Randy.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lay's are actually organic, and that's organic ketchup right there. So that's an organic snack.
Hey, and Randy would know. All right, Malfunction Junction.
Well, you already know me. It's food. I'm not going to turn it down. I can agree with Julius with the MREs. I've had dumpster food, so there's really not much you can uh, put in front of me that it's just immunities and whatever else. Joey's over here committing hate crimes and shit, and I'm much baffled, like trying to figure out where my life's at right now.
You,
That's
I love
crazy.
you. All right, Joey Lee, I need an update on the score. I see.
Okay, Chris has 11 plus 12, so that'd be 23, and Tony has 13.
My autism checks out.
All right. Ooh, Chris, you made a good comeback there. Woo, all right.
I'll
You
take it.
totally did it. All right, Tony. Malfunction Junction, it's time for your item to help to convince the crowd. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, so it's His Smile KFC flavored toothpaste. Try it or trash it.
Well, I'm gonna try it for sure. I mean, it's chicken flavored toothpaste. Where the fuck could you possibly go wrong with that? You ain't gonna catch no cavities with that. You still the chickens are fast as fuck, boy. What you mean? Damn. Yeah, 11 herbs and spices and some toothpaste. It's got the good grit with it. You know what I mean? It'll be abrasive, but not harsh on the teeth. And your breath will smell all right. You know, people just be trying to taste what you had for lunch. Tongue fucking the hell out of your face. Try the toothpaste.
All right, Cash, you heard what Malfunction Junction has to say. If you are with him and down for the cause, and you would be down to try the chicken flavored toothpaste, and he needs some points, so he needs to catch up. So see what I did there again? Boom, boom, ching. Anyway, cameras on if you'll try it because you want to help him out and help his sales. Cameras off is there's no way in Chicken Little that you are going to try it. At the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, all right. How you think you did, Malfunction Junction?
Well, I mean, just based off the cast and their smiles, they've got some pretty damn good white teeth, and I imagine they want to keep it like that. So yeah, I think I think they bought my toothpaste. I've been wrong before though, a lot actually. I just see what happened.
Let's see. Oh, you got two. You talked two into it. All right, Julius, you down for the chicken flavored toothpaste?
Yeah, I don't think it would be something I want to try, because I mean, if you when you brush your teeth, you're trying to get the food flavor and all the food out of your teeth. But I would at least try it because it might be something I don't know, and I'll be like, okay, well, let me just give it one shot because I don't want to miss out on something.
I love it. Fear of missing out. Save the day. All right, Chris Moore. What say you? You down for the flavor?
I'm gonna agree with Julius. I just want to try it, and I gotta be honest, I love chicken. I eat it almost every day. If I had to choose between my husband and chicken, sorry, dude, but chicken wins. So yeah, I'll try it. Why not? Of course.
Oh, I love it. Okay, let's hear from Mike from Delran. No way, Jose, not happening.
All right. First of all, I want to say that I think it's really wrong that the only two people that agreed was the black guy and the dude who keeps meat in his mouth. I don't think that's fair. Yeah, no, I'm cool. I don't need to be out there having my breath smell like a 2-piece and a biscuit. I'm all right.
No, sir. Okay, Ariel. Camera on, not having it, huh?
Not Popeyes. Not having it.
Okay,
That's
so
racist.
if it was Popeyes flavored, would you try it?
Probably, even if it was Popeyes or Church's or Gus's, I would have to stick with hard no.
Look at your face. You're like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I still love you.
Okay. Well, Joey Lee, camera on. No way that you're going to be trying the chicken flavored toothpaste.
No, it's weird. I mean, you're trying to get that taste out of your mouth, not keep doing it. And plus, do you want regular? Do you want extra crispy? Do you want the traditional stuff like I ate, the mashed potatoes, the coleslaw, and the bun? Or do you want
There's
the mac and
options.
cheese? There's so many choices. I'd rather just use baking soda and water than
You'll
that.
choke on that.
Okay, Randy, camera on. You don't care if he needs the points. You're not doing it, huh?
Well, the problem I have with it is I would be eating toothpaste. So I'd be going through toothpaste and I wouldn't be getting my teeth brushed. So
You're
I'm
not
throwing
eating.
down the toothpaste
You have
and
Alzheimer's.
defeating the purpose.
Oh,
That is why
very
you
good
do.
point, Randy. All right, malfunction junction. What say you? Wait, I think I already came to you. All right. So
I had
what's
to
the
sell it.
huh?
I had to sell it.
Okay. I'm it's getting late.
I
It's
don't
the
think
late
that.
night.
I don't think it'd change anything.
I don't
No, it
think it
wouldn't.
changed anything either. But we are on the last trivia question, which belongs
Okay,
to
so how many did he
malfunction.
get on that?
He
2?
got 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna go on to You Say Trivia, the next part of the interactive trivia game, and I will be looking in the comments to see if there are any answers. So, all right, Chris, you asked your question, and now it is Malfunction Junction's turn. And shoot.
Hold on, I got to think of one. I've been trying to think of one the whole time. Uh, okay, so, damn, wait.
In 10 seconds, you will forfeit your question. 10,
Well, I mean,
9,
listen, I wasn't planning on that. All right, what
8.
was the strongest biological substance? I'm going to ask one again, see if anybody paid attention to it the last time. There we go. Strongest biological substance known to man. Is it A, diamonds, B, snail's teeth, or C, steel?
Okay. What is the strongest substance known to humankind? I think that was kind of in the ballpark. Give the answers one more time, Tony.
Is it A, hold on, wait, diamonds, there we go, B, snail's teeth, or C, steel?
Okay, Cass, you guys heard the 3 answers. 30 seconds on the clock and let the conversation begin.
No
Okay, we
offense.
were here.
He
and
looks
it's
like he
snail's
would
teeth.
know. Yeah, he
Yeah.
looks like he would know if it was
Snail's
snail's teeth.
teeth.
100%.
Yeah,
That's
if
why-
were
diamonds
here
can touch
last
steel,
time.
then both of those cancel each other out. So I'm with Joey Lee on this.
Yeah, he did it last time.
It was
Snail's teeth.
Snell's teeth. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, do snails
Look, if
have
it was the
teeth?
answer for real.
Yeah,
do have-
it's unbelievable, but last time he tricked
Don't
us.
get excited, Chris. He said,
All right,
"Wait,
lock
what?"
it in.
He's like, "We're looking at snails."
Lock it in. Lock it in. Hit your.
Snail
I
teeth.
mean, all right, guys, let's do it.
Lock it in, Julius.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Okay.
Only to have to turn it back on. Julius, you look totally kerfluffled that snails had teeth, or what? Where was your mind at? Camera on, and tell us what you think about the team's answer and what the team's answer was.
Okay, let me get this right. You saying that the strongest out of those three,
The strongest, yes,
and they saying that the correct answer was snail teeth.
that's what they said.
Well, I mean, I'm shocked if it is, but I would have said steel or diamonds. But since they said it was already, he already did this question before, I rolled with them on that one.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to clear things up because you look totally kerfluffled at
I
that moment.
was like snail teeth. What the hell? I thought that was a joke. I was like,
You're like, it is a comedy show. That could be a trap. Do snails actually have teeth? And
I couldn't.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, and Chris, I was going to say, and Chris was with you. He was totally mind blown that snails, at the thought of snails having teeth.
I mean, I didn't do great in school. That's why I did comedy. I'm also dyslexic. I'm not very well read. So if everyone says snail's teeth, I'm just gonna copy your answer like I copied my way through school.
It's too late now, teachers. Well, let's bring Malfunction Junction back. Give us the answer, a little background, and let's see how the cast did.
It is the snail's teeth. It's actually sea snails, but when I said limpets, everybody freaked out and didn't know what that was either. So I just said snail's teeth, and that. But yes, it is snail's teeth. They're it's weird. I can't even describe I can't pronounce half the shit that comprises what makes it. I can't say it. I mean, listen to how I talk.
I'm looking it up now. I'm looking it up now. It's called goethite.
What?
Goethite is a mineral iron oxide.
Oh, wow. Look at us learning over here on A Sauce in the City. That's right. Well, you guys got it right. Thanks to Joey Lee, camera on. And now you guys get to decide Malfunction Junction's fate. Will he do 3 minutes of comedy, or will he do 3 minutes of something else?
I think you should do 3 minutes of something else. And
Why?
do I get to pick what it should be, or do we talk about it?
Let's
It's
hear some
up to the
comedy.
table. The whole panel gets to decide. What's
Let's
something
do
else
it.
would we have him do?
Maybe he does a whole set on snail's teeth.
My
I
vote's for
think
3
He
minutes
could
of comedy.
he could pronounce all the
3
scientific words
minutes.
that he said he couldn't. But yeah, 3 minutes of comedy is probably
I
Yeah,
prefer
okay.
some comedy. I have
You
a
guys
feeling he's a
probably wanna
funny
hear
guy.
him.
comedy.
None of these
You guys-
folks have heard his comedy, so 3
Yeah,
minutes
they
of
never heard
comedy.
of his comedy.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
ready
go
for it.
take a
Yeah,
bathroom
he's
break
already-
while it's going on.
He's already educated us, so go and make us laugh.
All
now.
right. All right. I agree with you guys.
All right, comedy.
All right, cameras off. All right, he is going to perform 3 minutes of comedy, but I'm going to throw a little boomerang in there. We're going to play a little mini game inside of a mini game, and this is called My Turn for Comedy, which means Malfunction Junction has 3 minutes to impress you guys. If you are impressed with his comedy, turn your camera on to show your appreciation. If he didn't make you laugh, leave it off and we'll talk about it later. Okay, everybody understand the rules of the mini game?
Copy.
Yes.
All right, Malfunction Junction, 3 minutes on the clock. It does not have to be jokes, but prayerfully, it is funny. Let's hear it.
Am I the only person that's ever looked at somebody and wondered what they look like on the back of a milk carton? Y'all remember that trend? I think it died out in like the late 90s, maybe early 2000s, but that wasn't used to happen. Like somebody go missing and they'd be on the back of a milk carton. But now they put them like on these age progressed photographs in the in the middle of the Walmart bathrooms where nobody's fucking paying attention because they're too busy buying milk. Four-leaf clovers, I like to look for those a lot. There's a problem with that though. I'm a 41-year-old man. Okay, if you see children doing this shit, it's innocent. There's a certain level of innocence with that. They're just kids looking for clovers. If I'm the one doing it, I have to be on methamphetamine, and I get to talk to every police officer in Huntington. Yeah, it's a fun thing. I dated a chick with a terminal brain tumor, and that was a date night for us, man. She was really easily amused, and we got a wellness check calling on us. Now, I had to explain that she had a brain tumor, and I just, like to look for clovers. I had this, but like a certain measurement of the tism, probably a pinch, maybe a punch. But I definitely love to look for the clover. And there's absolutely no way that's a date night for us. We are high. She was drunk a little bit, but I was sober and driving, so it wouldn't matter. I took the sobriety test. He still wasn't buying it. It helps to have a pocket full of those motherfuckers, so you don't look as fucked up as they claim you are. He asked me, is there anything in your pocket that's going to hurt me? I mean, just your luck, man. Go ahead and grab you a handful of it. Pull it out. There's 50 of them laid out on the hood of the car. And he's like, man, are you all of these? All of them. Yeah, I found them all. How? I have not found the first four-leaf clover in my life. But damn, you think it'd be easy for you? You got a gun. They don't move. They stay in place and all that shit. You know what I mean? I have to hunt these motherfuckers down. Like get through. I look like a tweaker. I'll admit that. I actually used to be one. I know how that sounds. I see how I look. But it's possible. They said you could be anything you wanted to be. You chose to be a cop. I'm a burnout tweaker. Can find the fuck out of clothes. How you like me now? You know what I mean? This is how it goes. She's my ex now, not because she died or anything. That did hurt having to say goodbye. She's still alive though. God didn't do me any favors. She knows everything. Everything. And she's out there. She's weird too. She like to be choked. That scares the fuck out of me. Women, I don't understand. There's a fine line between pleasurable lovemaking, right, and domestic battery with potential, serial homicide. That's no. She said she liked to be choked. I said, I'm not going to do that. She said, do it with both hands. Don't be a pussy. I said, listen, let me explain something to you. Okay. You say to choke you, that's what you like. Well, what if I choke you and I fuck around and I find out that I love to choke you more than you like to be choked? What are we going to do about that? You going to go missing? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to be found in a dumpster? I've seen Criminal Minds. You watch the documentaries. I don't need that for my life. I'd rather not, I'm not. No. It's like the Spanish say papi. I think it's the black people say, daddy, and what white women say, punch me harder, Kyle. Fuck that.
Time. Woo. All right. Woo. Woohoo. All right, Tony. You make this show so worth it. All right. How do you think you did?
I think I did all right. Possibly okay. I may have got a few looks.
Okay. Well, let's see how you did. Da, 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 da. Oh, almost there. Okay, everybody. Okay, their first time, they're a little slow on the uptake. Very cool. Mike from Delran, give us some feedback. What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, I've been laughing at him even before he did his 3 minutes tonight, so I knew it'd be pretty funny, dude. But I might like to choke you more than you like to get choked, is what got for me. That's a good one, dude. Good one.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that got me too. I almost fell off the bed. I was like, no,
I mean,
they're
my
gonna
wife likes
shut
to get
my
choked.
show down.
Sometimes, I mean, I can relate because my wife's into that, and I'm also like it a lot more. So I'm with them.
Chris Moore, what did you think of that?
I'm gonna have to ditto what he just said. That was the line that stuck out for me. I might like to choke you more than like to be choked. I'm like, man, that's gotta be on a t-shirt. That's pretty good. So that's funny guy. I liked it.
He was like, what if I like to choke you more than you like to be choked? I'm like, oh no. Ooh, don't make me have to turn this tape in, Tony. All right, Ariel,
Oh,
what'd you think?
oh, as a former dope fiend, I appreciated the former tweaker having to look for four-leaf clovers.
I imagine that's pretty hard.
No, you are so focused. You're going to find every single one of those things. They're not getting away.
No,
Oh my
Dedication.
goodness. Julius, what did you think?
I like that self-analysis that he knew he has to. He knows he has the propensity to be like a serial neck choker. You know, so the fact that he doesn't even want to test that water. You know, he said, "I'm gonna leave that alone." So that's pretty good self-assessment that he knows he has that potential.
Well, I'm glad to now have a video copy of it so that I know too
For future references.
for future. Joey, what did you think?
Well, I thought I'd hear the same old stuff I've heard about 20 times. I thought, I'm probably going to vote. Like, I've heard this like so many times. I can do his material. But actually, he had a lot of fresh material. And I had an assessment sent to me about a video I turned in, and they said, you're kind of Andy Kaufman-ish. Andy Kaufman-esque. And I think he's kind of Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever. However, you got that like Jeffrey Dahmer thing down.
Oh, geez. I think Jeffrey was eating people, but he might have that too. Who knows?
That's next.
All right. Randy, what did you think?
I really like it. I'm just glad he didn't follow through with the choking because then he would have been on the back of a milk carton anyways. So we're good. We're good there. We're good.
Kind of didn't want him to defeat the purpose. He looks like he was putting A and B together and ready to be on the milk carton. Okay. Funny stuff, Malfunction Junction. Love hearing it. Tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond more about where they can find you in case they need to ask you some more questions.
well, I can be found at Facebook. Just type in my name, Tony Klein, Klein, like Calvin without the money. Also, TikTok, just type in my name, it'll be the same thing. And with Instagram also.
Oh, y'all give it up one more time for Malfunction Junction.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
all right, you guys, it is time for our segment, My Two Cents. And this is where I ask you guys about some definite iffy topics that come across my timeline because I find myself stuck in the middle and I need a little bit of my comedy cohorts, massaging to even begin to stomach the things that I see. But we are going to do a very, very special edition of this because the topic is just too juicy not to. All right, so everyone will get 60 seconds to make this topic funny. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? 60
Yes.
seconds on. All right. So here is our topic. And I kid you not, this came across my timeline and I was like, are you seriously kidding me or what is going on? Texas Senate passes Hughes bill to require retroactive child support from conception date. I laughed so hard when I seen this because I just seen all the men's faces who was reading this and I was like, oh geez, I need my comedy friends to make this funny. All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Think really, really, really hard. And I'm going to go, with Chris Moore first. Just because. All right, Chris, 60 seconds on the clock. Make that funny.
You know, this is tough for me because I'm a gay man. It's hard for me to make babies. So, in my neck of the woods, we buy them. That's what adoption is. You're buying children. It's sick, but that's the way it is. And some kids cost more than other kids, and I won't even get into that. That's a little messed up. In some countries they throw away good babies. And by some countries I'm referring to New Jersey. It's unfortunate. One man's trash is another man's tax write-off, but they don't think about that. So I guess I would have to say that I don't necessarily have a stake in this argument because I am a homosexual. Sorry guys, I might have to tap out on this one.
Let's see. All right, Ariel, 60 seconds on the clock. Make this subject funny. Why won't you do it for me?
It just goes to show the Christian right in Texas's dedication to protecting babies. Because really, I wouldn't have an abortion if I was going to get paid to carry it all the way to term. That's more money in my pocket. But I would take it even a step further because, I'm assuming if, I'm getting retroactive child support, the dipshit has left me. So I'm putting it on my taxes, claiming it as a dependent, getting a credit card in its name and going shopping. I'm taking that unborn baby all over the place. Mama needs new shoes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Julius Fogel, 60 seconds on the clock. Make this situation funny.
This one here is a tough one here. Texas is just doing some crazy shit all the time. This just doesn't make any sense. How could they? I guess you would have proof if the child was already born, but I'm blank on this one. I'm trying to.
You and every man in Texas.
This is almost. It's almost unheard. I don't even see how. Is this got to be? This can't be real. There's no way. Who thought of this stupid shit?
Texas.
Oh my God.
I don't know what to say about this. This is just somebody must have been smoking some bad weed or something when they wrote that shit.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't know Julius, great job. All right, Joey Lee, 60 seconds on the clock. Make that situation funny.
Well, I appreciate that they're doing pro-life stuff, but in the end, how do you actually measure it? Like, what do you have, a film crew in your bedroom? And women fake, so even if you I'm faking, and it takes time. It takes time for all those little tadpoles to reach the eggs. And how do you know when finally one actually got there first and did this thing? How do you actually measure that? Like kind of like a sleep study where you have these wires all over yourself. How do you actually measure it? I can't understand. How do you enforce that? I have no idea. I'm trying not to get graphic, but it's how do you measure it? I can't get over that.
All right, Randy, 60 seconds on the clock. Make that situation funny.
Well, can you imagine? Because if she's not married, so she has multiple sexual partners, some, like Montel Williams, who's your daddy? And there's 10 guys sitting there, fucked her on the same day. So she got fucked by 10 different guys. Not only you got to find out who's the daddy, you got to find out which sperm got there first.
That's how you.
Can they do that with DNA tests? Okay, let's see. Bob's sperm got there first at 10:04 in the morning. And so we're starting a paycheck from 10:04 on Friday the 14th. Bob can't even remember that he fucked her at 10:04 in the morning because he was drunk and passed out. He has no fucking idea he's the daddy now. And he's got to start paying for the first time that sperm got there.
Time. All right, malfunction junction. Make that situation funny.
Well, I gotta say, Joey Lee's mindset gives me palsy sometimes. But as far as the whole retroactive, there's a lot of men now in Texas that are going to have postpartum depression, like for no reason at all. I mean, at all. It's like, who needs an abortion when they already know how to set a coat hanger? And then it don't have to be in there for that to happen. That's retroactive. That means it's got to be prevented, like some Terminator shit. You know what I'm saying? The world is getting out of bounds here lately, and I'm wondering when. I just want off the ride now, please. Make it stop.
Oh my God. Well, you guys definitely gave me some laughter in that. But yes, this came across my timeline. And just at the thought of it being real, I was just like, what? I laughed so hard because
Hey,
I was
Brenda.
like, man, they owe me some money. What's up?
I didn't get in on this. I got a question. So
Oh,
what you're telling me is
Yeah.
like if I owe child support from the day of conception, I could be in the rears and in child support court before the kid's even born yet.
If
Like
you
that's
get
wait,
in the
not right.
rear,
wait,
You know
wait,
what I
you
wait,
mean?
won't make a
wait.
baby.
60 seconds on the clock. Make that funny.
Yeah, if so you're telling me is if I have to pay child support from the day of conception, I could be in the rears and in child support court before that kid's even born. That's
Yep.
not cool, you know. Like I don't like that. And here's the only way I'll be okay with it is if if the money owed is reflective of how long it took to conceive. I mean, it ain't gonna be a lot of money, you know. And then the other thing is as long as when he or she turns 18, if they're a shitty person, I want 50% of the money back. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think because Dave Chappelle said, you know, if you get to choose to keep a child, I should be able to choose to be a deadbeat dad. So,
Well, I definitely laughed a lot on that one when it came across my page and now tonight. I just think that yes, they are making up some weird stuff these days, you know, taxing penguins and I guess taxing sperm cells for that matter, you know. So hopefully if the child support is retroactive, so is claiming it on your taxes, like Ariel said. So hopefully and prayerfully that happens. But Texas, Julius, I feel bad for you. Aren't you out there?
Yeah, I'm in Houston.
Okay, well, you tell your people to get their crap together because that is probably going to put more black men in prison than we did. So hopefully we get that together. All right, you guys, it's time for our very last You Say USA trivia question, which is an interactive comedy trivia game. And on this last question, I'm going to let you, the cast, decide who it's going to be from. 30 seconds on the clock. Let the conversations begin.
Mike.
What?
I've
Mike's-
had one ready since she asked me. I've had one. I told for days.
You
Then
got it
Mike?
written down?
I got it all.
It's right up there.
Yeah.
Look at the size of this thing. Of course.
I'm gonna walk in on that just because he said that.
Let him get some things off.
Looks like I'm voting for Mike. Locked in.
It's nothing to do about complicated stuff like we just talked about. I hope.
I vote for Mike too.
Did he
I
do
go with
or
Mike.
did he didn't do? Anyhow, yeah, let's pick Mike. Mike.
All right, Mike, it seems like the cast has come to the conclusion. They want to hear your trivia question. So let her rip.
All right, so as you can see, I'm a sports fan, right? So this is a sports trivia question. All right. Michael Jordan, famous basketball player, his jersey was retired by two teams. One of them's the Chicago Bulls. Who was the other one? And here's the three options: the Miami Heat, the Charlotte Hornets, or the Washington Wizards.
Okay, I know nothing about sports. So cameras on, everybody. Y'all heard the question. So Mike, give the answers, the three answers one more time.
The Miami Heat, the Charlotte Hornets, or the Washington Wizards.
All right, you guys heard what he had to say. So 60 or 30 seconds on the clock and let the conversations begin. Who do you think it was?
It's the Wizards.
Washington Wizards.
Are you
Lock it
sure?
in.
I was thinking the.
I'm positive on it.
It's
You're
the
thinking
Wizards.
too much.
Okay, if you guys are 100% sure, go ahead.
Yes. The Wizards. He
I was
played with them
thinking
for 2
the,
years.
Charlotte, but anyhow, because didn't he play for them or own them finally? I don't know.
I'm
No,
gonna
he
say
he's a partial owner.
I'm gonna agree, but I'm gonna say Charlotte Hornets, but I'm gonna vote Wizards. I'm protesting.
I got the Wizards.
Mm-hmm. It's a Wizard.
Okay. Well, Mike, they all got the Wizards. I'm right?
Incorrect.
Okay, what
So,
was the correct answer?
so
Hold
when
on, Mike.
Michael Jordan retired, the Miami Heat were under the assumption that the entire league was going to retire the number 23. So the Miami Heat retired Michael Jordan's jersey in their rafters, and he never played a single game for them.
Oh, wow.
It's a great bar trivia question. I do it all the time. I love it.
It's like
Wow.
Jackie Robinson Day.
Google it. Yeah, they thought they were going to Jackie Robinson his number, and they didn't do it. Google it.
Okay. Well, look at us
Good.
learning stuff. So, Mike, because the cast got it incorrect and they said the Wizards and that wasn't it, your fate is in your hands. Will you do 3 minutes of comedy or will you do 3 minutes of something else?
I could do 3 minutes of comedy because I can't do 3 minutes of anything else that's appropriate for this screen. So,
Oh, boy. One good thing is the something else is left up to the cast to decide, but 3 minutes is good. We're gonna play the same mini game for Mike from Delran. Okay, I put a T in that all episode. All right, Mike from Delran will do 3 minutes of comedy. Everybody else in the studio, cameras off. If you like what he's doing, turn your camera on before his 3 minutes is up. As soon as you start laughing. And if you don't like it so much, leave your cameras off and we'll talk about it later. All right, 3 minutes on the clock. Let the funny begin.
so when you're raised in a household of 6 with 4 kids, it's tough, but we got a good system going down there. My wife, she cooks and cleans all the time, and I eat and piss on the toilet seat every chance I can just to keep her busy. You know what I mean? But the hardest part is trying to have a love life with all them kids running around, But the few times we get the opportunities, we like to role play a little bit. You know what I mean? I like when she role plays a Vegas prostitute. I don't know what it is, but I'm instantly ready, right? She likes when I role play as anybody but myself, which is fair. It was going really great. I was having a good time, and then I started noticing she was taking $400 out of my wallet every time we were done. I was like, fuck, that's fucked up because if you think about it, $400 is $200 a minute. That's not right. You know what I mean? But I finally started getting her to. I got her to agree to some kinky shit. We're gonna bring a third person in the bedroom, which I'm pretty excited about because I've been tired of waiting in the hallway. It's fucking frustrating. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, I used to be 340 pounds. I'm down to 220. I found out I had to lose some weight because I was diabetic. I was going blind, and I got a beautiful family. I don't want to be blind, but if diabetes could make me deaf, I'd be 500 pounds. You know what I mean? So I lost all this weight, and I didn't do any surgery. I just started eating better. I started taking that drug everybody's taking, that cocaine, drop that shit immediately. I was doing a good job of hiding it too. I was telling the wife I was going to the gym. It was like a Monday night at 8:00. I said, I'm gonna go to the gym. She's like, all right. So I go out and snorting lines. I come back at 10:30. She goes, where have you been? I said, I was going to the gym. She goes, it's Wednesday. It's like, oh, lost track of a couple days there. My bad. But anyways, guys, when I was younger, I used to be a big time drug addict. It's not something to joke around about. You can, really ruin lives. And I used to have a dentist in Northeast Philly that would pull my teeth for Percocets because I just loved them. I did it at least like about 7 times. I did that shit. But I found out I was going to be a dad. At 19, 23, I had to change everything, and here I am with a beautiful wife and 3 more kids. And I look at this family, I get a little proud, But then sometimes I look at them and think maybe overdosing wouldn't have been so bad,
Right.
Trying to potty train my youngest, right? I come in the house, she's got no pants and underwear on. I said, "What happened to you?" She goes, "I peed my pants." I said, "That's all right. I'll help you clean it up. Where'd you do it?" She looked at me dead serious. She went, "In my pants." You fucking Vegas ass white bitch. That's fucking crazy. But my favorite show I ever did was in Wildwood, New Jersey, right at the bar. Right, it was right off the beach. So people were coming in with bikinis on, and when I looked in front of me, and there was this chick with huge, shoulders. So anyway, I'm trying to do my thing, and she kept talking, and I hate that, So right when I was ready to kick her out, she flashed me, titties all in my face. I couldn't believe it. Here I was getting ready to kick this lady out, and then now she's showing me her tits. So the only reason I tell that joke, ladies, is because I don't want that crowd to be a better crowd than this crowd. So everybody turn their cameras on, and on the count of 3, we're gonna whip out our titties, huh?
Very, very nicely done, Mike from Delran. Let's see what the folks thought of you. Ooh,
We can all drink
full
together, my
screen
friend.
turn. Very nice. Ariel, what did you think?
Oh, he got me first with the A being one of 6, then having 4 kids, and the complexities that throws into your love life. And the role playing was very good, and especially the 400 for 2 minutes. Like, you have a dedicated missus.
Oh my God. Well, oh my gosh, I am so with you. Usually it is a boys fest around here or sausage fest. So thank you for being a breath of fresh air because you mimic my sentiments, young lady.
I've never met you, Brenda, but I love you.
Oh, thank you. Julius, what did you think?
I think it was a great set for 3 minutes. I mean, he just kept hitting you upside the head with one after the other. The way he talks about his life and his kids and his old lady, and it was just a good set. I enjoyed it. I laughed the whole time he was up.
Man, is that like the pros do it? Like the seasoned, I should say. I don't want to say old because that sounds bad.
Well,
but
he kind of reminds me of an older guy named Andy Huggins from Houston. He kind of just constantly just hits you just nonstop, just right. I mean, but you can't even really write down or remember because, like you would say, I want to tell somebody this joke tomorrow. By that time, he's already on something else, and you don't forgot what the other one was, and you're still trying to. So it was good. It was. I mean, throughout the whole time, it was funny.
Awesome-tastic. Joey Lee, what says you?
Well, Mr. Clean says, great job. And he is I love the dad jokes. He's doing dad jokes. I love dad jokes. And he's very Rodney Dangerfield-esque. I love it. It was great. Can I steal your material?
Oh no. Randy Holton, what do you think?
Oh, he's very good. Very good. With a family like that, he's got a joke factory.
Mm-hmm.
He is cranking them out. He could encyclopedia of jokes with those kids. And
Laughs per minute. He had it going on. All right, Malfunction Junction, what did you think?
I think he did really good. He got me on a lot of this shit with the family and the drug use. Life is too short. You only live once unless you got Narcan, and you get like 4 more fucking tries. So yeah, it was great.
I love you, Tony. Chris Moore, what do you think about that 3 minutes?
I was thoroughly entertained, and I love a good diabetes joke. That was my favorite one. Uh, if it would make you go deaf, you'd be 500 pounds. I'm like, fuck, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, fantastic.
Oh my God. Well, Mike from Delran, you came, you punched your way up. Very good for you. Tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond where they can find more of your punchy comedy.
So everything I got is very simple. Mike from Delran on all your social media. And next Friday, I'll be at the Stone Dojo in Toms River doing a roast battle, defending this championship. You know, one of 18 comedians last year did it. I ended up winning it. So I'm defending my title next Friday, and I'll have clips of it all up on everything you do, social media. Mike from Delran. Thanks, guys.
Oh my gosh. Y'all give it up one more time for Mike from Delran.
Yeah.
Out there defending his title like nobody's business. Well, you guys, dun 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 dun. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of the show. We can stretch it out no longer. And what we do at the end of every episode, when I can think about it, is we shout out because it costs nothing to give people their flowers when they are above the dirt. Let's start with our first and only lady of this episode, Miss Ariel Casey. I hope I said that right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, 30 seconds on the clock to shout out to all of those that you can fit into 30 seconds that's helped you along your way in comedy.
Well, I have to say Angel Penn is the first person who let me borrow his video camera to record me doing a set so I could watch it later. Then I have Sandy Bernstein, Walter Gottfried, my brand new husband, Daniel Michael, my son who has gotten into comedy, Michael Casey, the folks at DC Black Broadway who got me my time at Lincoln Theater, Dr. LaVale and Angelique Long, and every one of those. And I think I'm at time.
Oh my God, you guys are so good on your time. When it's usually my cast, they're like 3 minutes long into the shout out. So thank you very much. And shout out to Sandy Bernstein. She's actually been on the show before. So shout out to her. Yep, I remember, I believe it was like 2023, I want to say. So yeah, shout out to all your friends for giving us you and being a woman in comedy. So shout out to you for that. And thank you for coming and delivering your feminine touch to this episode. And now, as we do all new comedians that come across the screen when I can think about it, you have 3 bonus questions. You ready for your 3 bonus questions?
Yes.
Number 1, did you have a good time?
Yes, I definitely did.
Yay! Number 2, did it match up to the invite that you were sent?
Yes.
All right. See, we try to stay on course because we like games, more games, and some more games. Now, number 3, and most important to us, so sit in your chair, put your feet flat on the ground, sit up straight, and listen up close. Are you ready?
Yes.
Will you come back and join us for another episode?
Oh, it would most definitely be my pleasure.
Yay! Y'all give it up for Miss Ariel Casey. Woo! All right, Julius Vogel, 30 seconds on the clock. Count or shout out.
I want to give a shout out to all my friends and family that have been supportive during my career. I want to thank some of the comedians like Mayon Robinson, Ray Etc., Leroy III, Albie Freeman, Jay Sean Brown, DK Abenobi, Kitty Coates, Kua Genti. That's just a few. I can't name everybody, but thanks to everybody that's supported me. And we went out here and been on the road doing shows and had a good time doing them. And I wish everybody on the show here tonight also success.
Aw, we all love you. And just, yeah, all of the comedians that you named, I don't know one of them.
They're from Houston, so they're Houston comics.
You for that. No, I love it when I don't know them because that just means I got work to do. That just means I got to get in there. So shout out to all of them for making you, and shout out to you for coming to visit us on our screen. You are also another one I've been after for a minute to come and do the
Yeah, it
show.
has been a little while.
So now you get your 3 questions. Are you ready?
Bring them on.
Number 1, did you have fun?
Most definitely did. I was a little
Yeah.
tired tonight, but I had a good time.
That's why it's called the late night show, because I'm not really as adventurous as SNL, coming on at midnight. But
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I think I could crack at least a 10 p.m. I think we got it. So
Yeah.
a part of the late night show. Thank you so much. We have fun with you. So there's that. Now, question number 2. Let me think of a good one for you. Oh, because you know so many people and I'm sure you've done so many things, have you ever been a part of a show like it on the internet or off?
Now this is actually my first one. I mean, I did a interview with Jim Brewer from
Oh,
yeah, that was about a few years ago. But this is the first time I've done something like this.
oh my God, y'all give it up for the newbie. Y'all
No,
give
hold
it
on,
up.
hold on. I stand corrected. There's one other. I did one show like this before with a guy with Kua Genti. So this is my second time.
Okay, give it up for the newbie. 2 episodes in, I
Yeah.
don't know, 5 or 6 years. So very good work and getting on camera and coming to the stream and following the directions. You're a great contestant. Now, number 3, most important to us, it's the one that we always cross our fingers, cheeks, eyes, and booty cheeks and everything. So, are you ready?
Bring it.
All right. Will you come back and join us for another episode?
Most definitely.
Yay! Y'all give it up for Julius Fogle.
I'm gonna hold y'all to it.
Next time too.
That isn't me who's doing that.
Okay.
All right, Joey Lee, 30 seconds on the clock. Shout out.
Well, I want to shout out, those of us who've gone through things, whether it be depression like I have and Julius has, and there have been people in my life, one particular person who always called me every day. If I was like 3 or 4 days and he never heard from me, he'd reach out, because when people kind of drop off the map is when you need to check, because usually they don't drop off the map unless something bad's happened to them. So I want to shout out to Calvin. And Calvin, man, I know you're going through some stuff now. I noticed you didn't call me for about 4 days, but I thank God that He connected us, and I'm praying for you, man.
Aw. Oh, y'all give it up for that shout out. Oh, heartfelt. We're all pulling for you. We're here. I always tell comedians when they ask me, like, what do I do and why do I keep doing this show? And it is basically because A, I love to laugh, but B, and most importantly, it's to give a safe space to come. Because I'm always watching, and once we link up, we're linked for life. So all of y'all heard that. And I definitely check up on you and the kids and everything. So we're pulling for him, Joey. So shout out to him, Calvin.
Thank you.
Yep, prayers up. All right, Randy, 30 seconds on the clock. Shout out.
I would like to shout out to Cheeseburgers, and I'd like to give everybody on the show a cheeseburger, because that's why I'm here, is because cheeseburgers, they keep me going, they got me started, and cheeseburgers are the shit.
What happened to peanut butter?
That's all yesterday.
That was so last week, Joey. Okay, so shout out to Cheeseburgers and to you, Randy Holton.
I will make you eat those balls.
And thank you for your ever and ongoing support of the show. which makes it possible for us to do episode after episode, 5 years and running. And even though you're a cheap bastard, you're our cheap bastard, and we love you. Malfunction Junction, 30 seconds on the clock. Shout out.
Cheeseburgers brought to you by Alzheimer's. Yeah. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody on the show. Thanks for showing up, guys. Joey, overstimulation with your ball banging there, pal. It just makes my eye twitch. But I love you still. You know what I mean? I want to see if we can't get Sarah McLachlan to sing for your shout out. You know what I mean? Like to do the background for it. You know, the animal beating song, or the, what is it? Arms of the Angel. You know what I'm saying? See if we can't get her to sing for you. But yeah, that's my shout out.
Well, shout out to you, Tony Klein, for being our alternate of the night. I know you have better things to do, like watch paint dry, but I'm hoping that you had a good time here in the studio with me and our new funny friends from some new places and spaces. So hopefully we will get to see more from them really soon. All right, Chris Moore, 30 seconds on the clock. Shout out.
All right. So with family, especially my mom. My favorite people to partner with are going to be Carlos Garcia, Ron Prendamano, Brock Ziv, and Bronwyn Isaac, four very talented comedy creators. But most importantly, I want to give a shout out to my best friend who's passed away. But I exhaust myself in comedy because he can't, and so everything I do is for my best bud who is looking down on us, and I'm hoping laughing throughout the show. So that's what I got.
Aw, well, shout out to your best bud and
Thank
RIP.
you.
And I do these episodes for my dad as well. And I hope that, my dad loved the comedy. My mom hates it. Every time I laugh, it like sends chills up her spine. I don't know. But my dad loved to laugh and he loved comedy. So I'm hoping just he's up there with your best bud, and they got front row tickets to this episode. So
good. I hope
yeah.
so too.
Yeah. So all right, Chris, your 3 bonus questions. Are you ready?
I am.
Number 1, did you have fun?
Sure did. Absolutely.
Yay. Number 2, did the show add up to the invite that you were sent?
Of course. Absolutely. Yes, yes, and yes.
Yay. Number 3, and most importantly, so get your ear up real close to the screen because I'm going to whisper this time because my voice my voice box is shattering. You ready?
I'm ready.
Will you come back and visit us for another episode?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Totes.
Hey! Y'all give it up for Chris Moore and the entire cast. You guys have been brilliant again. And I shout out all of you and even our fallen
Poor
castmates.
Mike.
Yeah, oh, I just keep forgetting you. I'm sorry. I
love you, buddy.
sorry. I started with the girl, and I said my fault.
I had a really good thing lined up too, and now I might not even do it. But I'll be honest with you, I shout out to nobody. I do my own hard work. If I ever get famous, everybody else kiss my ass. I'd leave my wife and kids, and I'd pay the 36 months worth of conception tax. I don't really give a shit. But to shout out somebody, I'll be honest, and this is what I was gonna say before you almost forgot about me again, is shout out Brenda. And I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of cool. I wasn't sure what to expect from this. You meet people on the internet and they could be absolute fucking psychos. But this was pretty fun. This was some good shit. So shout out to you, Brenda, for doing this, and everybody that was on. Funny stuff.
Oh, the one shout out I get, and I almost forget it. Y'all give it up for this one right here. Yeah, we're gonna take them under the old wing, and just my fault. I was so happy that a girl was on the show that I totally just
Totally forgot about me twice. I know.
That just means I love you twice as much. All right, Mike. 3 questions for you, and here we go. Ready? I didn't hear an audible. Are you
Oh
ready?
yeah, yeah,
Your
yeah. I
eyes
said
are
yep. I'm
closed.
sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, and you know what? I think I know why. It was because you were watching television the whole first quarter of the show, and I just was like, "What?
Well,
Okay."
back to your first question. I was playing video games.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
I was
Right.
like, "Who can play that game, Mike from Delran?" Okay. Number 1, did you have a good time?
I did. It's a good job. Good job for everybody. Yep.
Oh my God, we had such a good time with you. And again, I'm sorry I lied to you in the green room. I thought everybody coming in was about a year and a half. But we had some really good folks on the show. Number 2, since you like to play video games, if I turned this show into a card game, would you purchase it and play it?
I play Texas Hold'em like as a side job, so I would play definitely if this was a card game. 100%.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Number 3, most importantly, so hustle up to the camera so I can get this in. Will you come back and join us so I can make up for the fact that I almost missed you twice?
As long as you don't miss me twice, I'm always available to come back.
Hey, y'all give it up for Mike Del Rand. Okay, now I can say this. I give it up to my entire cast. Julius Fogel, Malfunction Junction, Randy Holton, Mike from Del Rand. See how I said that? Because you're right in the middle. Ariel, Casey, Chris Moore, Joey Lee, and all of our fallen soldiers, which I can't remember their name, but please don't feel offended. You're just not here. But I shout you out for giving it a try. But my cast that lasted the entire episode, I love you guys. You guys are what this
Love
show
you
is
too.
The longest I ever performed for a woman. Let's go. You did it,
Gold
guys.
stars for all the boys.
I also want to shout out to my friend out in the DMV, Phil K. Absolutely. Will be playing or
Spank him.
okay. He will be performing in the stage play Sanford and Son, and there are all the details. He has tickets. Shout out to his flyer maker, which is me. I really like this one. That's why I put it on the show. So hopefully you guys get all of the information from up there. Buy tickets and go see this. It looks like a really, really, really fun, funny show. And next up, I want to shout out to the Fairly New Comic Experience and my boy Andrew Bryant, aka Andrew B. No, Andrew versus Drew B. Yeah, there you go. Shout out to you. I can't wait to be a comedy critic on your show. And that is the weekend of 4/17 to 4/20. I'm looking forward to it. And last but certainly not least, after the cough, shout out to everybody who tuned in today, tomorrow, and beyond. You guys are what it's really, really, really about. And join us again on Friday at the same time, same space, different players. And my name is Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child. Stay tuned to the green room, and we are out of here.
Bye.
Are you ready?